Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. It's February 16th and it is Light Up the Caribbean. We're going to participate by flying from St. Maarten over to Punta Cana. Let's get the ATIS here in St. Maarten.
QNH1016. Area navigation and visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 10. VFR aircraft take direction of flight. Please make all runway hold short instructions. Live on initial contact. You have information Golf. Princess Juliana International Airport information Golf. 23000. Wind 120 at 9. Wind variable between 090 and 160. 1,800 scattered. Temperature 26, 2.23. QNH1016. Area navigation and visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 10. VFR aircraft take direction of flight.
Alright, we have the ATIS and we will contact St. Maarten approach 128.95. Good evening, Juliana. November 66 Lima X-ray. We're looking for IFR clearance to Punta Cana. We have Gulf.
November 66 Lima X-ray. Juliana approach. Wait a second, northwest number.
Okay. We will be doing the BOPAT 2 to Juice. BOPAT Juice LARP. Okay. That's all set. We'll get our checklist out. Our master switch is on, our alternator master is on. Our nav lights are on, our panel lights are on, our APU is on. Our avionics master is on. Fuel check, quantity is good, 3,000 pounds. Circuit breakers are checked.
Juliana, FedEx 87, ready for taxi.
Doors are closed and locked.
FedEx 87, heavy Juliana.
And passenger
Taxi
briefing.
Loading point Charlie.
Engine start, parking brake is on.
Charlie,
The rotating beacon is on. Fuel pump is on. Throttles are idle. We're clear left and right. Bleed air select number 2 for start. Number 2's turning. N2's on the rise. Introduce fuel. We have good ignition of number 2. And starter switch selected to ground. That JetBlue.
We have approach, good evening, this is reactor 553, good view, flight level.
Alright, temps and pressures number 2 are good, and the engine is stable. We'll select bleed air over to number 1.
Yes, 553 Juliana approach, welcome.
Number 1's turning. N2's on the rise. We'll introduce fuel. And we have good ignition of number 1. Starter switch selected to ground. Let that engine stabilize. Bleed air is normal. And I'm just hustling along getting the engine started while we're waiting for our clearance here. We have the ATIS. We're waiting on our clearance delivery. The clock is set. Transponder. We'll wait for our clearance because we need our beacon code. There's just JetBlue is about to depart. See, Juliana's 113.0. So tune that in. Select GPS as our mode of navigation. There's that JetBlue on the roll.
We at 553, do you want to approach? Do you have a approach preference?
Alright, both engines are stable, temps and pressures look good.
At 553,
We're doing the BOPAT 2.
10 approach.
Top altitude is 4,000.
10, Charlie, at 500.
That is 87 heavy, backtrack runway 10, line up runway 10.
Backtrack 10, line up runway 10, FedEx 387.
Autopilot has checked 250 knots below 10,000. 4,000s are going to be our top altitude. Flight director is on.
Descend to
Altimeter, the local setting. Landing gear selector is down. The lights are tested. Pitot heat and de-ice are on. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. Cabin alerts are on. We can shut the APU down. We'll verify the APU is coming down and the master switch is off. And taxi clearance. So just gotta take care of the transponder and then we'll be good to go.
Lima X-ray. Appears to Punta Cana International Airport, right above that 2 departure, choose transition, flight plan to route, climb to flight level 150, squawk 4505.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray. We're cleared as filed to Punta Cana via the BOPAT 2 radar vectors juice. We'll climb to 15,000, squawk 4505. Should have said as filed. 4505.
Lima X-ray, there will be no radar vectors. It will be, oh, actually stand back. Hold on.
6 Lima X-ray, sorry, yeah, no radar vectors, I got you. BOPAT 2 juice up to 15,000 as filed. 4505 is the beacon code.
66 Lima X-ray, read back. Correct, expect runway 10 for departure at size 1 ready for push and start.
Alright, runway 10 for departure. We're ready for taxi at this time. 6 Lima X-ray. Excuse me.
Roger, 6 Lima X-ray, taxi to holding point Alpha. Unit 1017.
Alright, taxi holding point Alpha for 6 Lima X-ray. Where's Alpha? I don't know, I gotta pull up the chart now. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's literally right behind.
We had 6, version is 553.
Alright, we're squawking normal.
Runway 10, speaking by Charlie.
Transponder set. Taxi lights are on. Brakes are released. We'll test them. Left brake. Right brake. Brakes are tested. Vertical speed reads 0. Airspeed indicator reads 0.
Hotel is now current wind 110 at 8 units 1017.
Heading indicator turns properly on both sides. Spoilers. We'll deploy. Light illuminates. We'll retract. Light extinguishes.
Sure, under approach, American 663s will be holding Alpha, Charlotte, runway 10. Ready for departure.
Flight controls
runway 10, line up and wait.
are free and correct.
Line up and wait, runway 10 on there. 66 right.
Reversers, 2 are unlocked, 2 are in reverse, 2 are stowed. Engine instruments are checked.
Thank you, American 66.
And departure briefing.
Wind 110 at 8, runway 10, clear for takeoff.
This will be a standard departure, runway 10.
That's off American 66 right.
As usual, any failure before VR, we will abort and stay here. Any failure after VR, with the exception of fire or loss of directional control, we will go airborne. We'll troubleshoot in the air and return here if necessary.
757, I'm working on your handoff.
That's real annoying, but that's because the pavement is uneven at this airport. That's why the yoke shakes. That's the translation anyway. Nav radios are set 113.0, showing comm radios are set, transponder is set, 4505 is the beacon code, we are squawking normal, altimeter is the local setting, pitot heat's on, de-ice is on.
FedEx 87 Heavy, contact
Yaw damp is off, star switches are set to continuous, fuel pump, we'll turn that on. Flaps are set for takeoff, trim is set for takeoff, we'll note the time and fuel.
Request taxi to stand. We have 553.
We have 553 taxi to Bravo 2.
Thank you, Bravo 2, we have 553.
November 66 Lima X-ray, runway 10, line up and wait.
Runway 10, line up and wait, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, line up. Tower clearance, threshold check for landing aircraft, taxi lights are off, strobes and landing lights are on, and that is the lineup checklist. I need to put a stopper there because it keeps dropping the engine into reverse if I push too far down on the idle. Oh, that happened. Oh. Climb checklist will be next. And this is runway 10. See, it dropped it in.
American 68, version American 663, 68, current passing.
Alright, we'll stop. Alright, we are ready.
American 663, run 6,000 for 1,500, 15,000, sorry. American 663, radar contact. November 66 Lima X-ray, wind 110 at 8, runway 10, clear for takeoff.
Runway 10, we're clear for takeoff, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, engines 40%, temps and pressures are good, they look synced. We're going to go to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. There's 80 knots, we'll cross check. We'll continue. V1, VR. Positive rate, gear up. Making that right turn out. We're going to Bopat.
November 66 Lima X-ray, say altitude passing.
66 Lima X-ray, we're climbing through 2,000 for 4,000.
November 66 Lima X-ray, your radar contact, flying on level 1,000.
6 Lima X-ray, please say again. Hi, flaps are coming up.
66 Lima X-ray, climb to side level 150.
Climb to 15,000, 6 Lima X-ray. Alright, climb checklist. Gear up, lights are out. Flaps are retracted and indicated. Yaw damp is on. Autopilot is checked and set. The altimeter is the local setting. Passing 5,000, I can turn the pump off. And then 10,000, the landing lights and the starter switches will come off.
American 663, contact center 118.15. 118.15 for American 663, thank you very much.
Alright, we're above 5, pumps are off. Making our turn to juice. Climbing through 8. Look back at the island, St. Maarten, and that island a little north of it is Anguilla. Then you got Anguilla, you got St. Maarten, and that's St. Bart's over there. And behind us, or over here, that's Saba, and further down the line is St. Kitts and Nevis.
November 66 Lima X-ray, contact center 118.15.
Center on 118.15 for 6 Lima X-ray. We're switching. Good night.
Alright, bye-bye.
Alright, 10,000. Landing lights are off. Star switches are set to flight. And good evening, San Juan. November 66 Lima X-ray, climbing through 12,000 for 15,000.
November 66 Lima X-ray, San Juan, targeting climb maintain level 220.
Climb maintain flight level 220, 6 Lima X-ray. And we're above 10, so we can accelerate.
good evening. Punta 731 heading out of 1,500 climbing flight 1330. Estimating Mela after 0018.
That's well, that's 231, 10-1 center. If you're climbing pace level 330.
Climb 330, Atlanta 71.
Alright, the Punta and Cana VOR is 112.7. We'll have that in the number 2. I'm sure we're too far away to pick that up now, but I just want to have that tuned in. Passing 18, the altimeter is set to standard 29902. Let's see here. What was the arrival procedure? There's 210,000 to go.
Center, this is American 663 with advised list. This is the battery discharge for the moment. Requested vectors to Punta Cana. I will advise that for diagnostics. American 663, I'm not sure if it's my end or your end, but you were breaking up. However, do you want to return back to Cana or St. Thomas? American 663, we can say that would be well for you. Otherwise, would recommend that we continue on to Punta Cana and take that there. Yeah, American 660. Roger, if you want to turn back to Juliana, you're clearly Juliana, the radar vector is direct, and you can ascend to 11,000. Just send some 1,000, but just to Juliana, thank you. American 663.
An American plane that took off ahead of us is turning around and going back to St. Martin.
Sound Center, Demon, you have 1523 Abbey, Delta level 390.
United 1523, Sound Center, good evening. Ida?
United 1523 Abbey.
contact 32 miles north of line level 39.
Alright, so as we're coming up here, these islands over here, I'm pretty sure are the British Virgin Islands. This is St. Croix of the U.S. Virgin Islands. St. Thomas is one of these, but I think it's that one. St. John is in here, so half of these are the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the other half over here are the British Virgin Islands. We are, I think, going to fly directly over St. Thomas, right? Yep, we fly directly over St. Thomas. So these are the British Virgin Islands. I think Tortola, forget which other islands. Oh wait, is Tortola British? It may not be.
662, are you able to make a left turn direct back to Joanna? American 663, we'll initiate left turn now.
At this point, if he has a problem, he should probably just continue on to San Juan. So we're passing over here to our left, that's St. Croix. This little island out, you probably can't see that, but that's Buck Island, which is National Park. And the British Virgin Islands, I think you got Prickly Pear. I think one of those islands in there is where Richard Branson owns one. Certainly haven't been there.
5-4, leave it open again.
Yeah. This island right here, I think you got St. John and then you got St. Thomas.
5-4, leave St. Thomas is controlled by San Juan approach, contact San Juan approach 119.4. Right. Alright, listen to right to 1F140, what's the tempo anymore? That's 461, 461, correct, please go ahead and maintain 13,000, connection 1017. Just verify you said 13,000 for Delta 461. 461, Sugo 13,000. Starter should maintain 13,000 for Delta 461. And one, hello, American 425. Keep over 290 out from the Antec. 425, 117, Roger.
Alright, we're at our cruising altitude of flight level 220. And we have 245 miles to go. There's the American right there, turned around. 663. I don't know why, if you're having an emergency, well, he didn't say he was having an emergency, he just has to go back, but I mean, at this, from where you're at, I would have continued on to San Juan. And this island over here is, I believe, a part of Puerto Rico. That's considered Puerto Rico also. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. Cruise checklist. His fuel is checked, 2,900 pounds. Fuel pump is off. Altimeter is standard. 2992 above 180. Engine instruments checked and monitor every 15 minutes. Seatbelt sign as required and en route weather.
You got your text, but he couldn't hear you with his voice. Go ahead and give him another try.
Next will be descent in range. Punta Cana should have an ATIS up. 132.85.
The matter is closed. Taxiway Hotel is closed. Repack all hosts, taxi information Alpha. Put the Cana International for information Alpha at time 2300 student. With 160 degrees at 0 Panda. Visibility over 10 kilometers. Sky conditions 2,000 feet. Temperature 26, dew.23. Change 1015. Landing and departing runway 08. On-up approaches canoes. Closest pyramid. Runway 09 is closed. Taxiway Hotel is closed. Repack all hosts for instructions. Advise you have information Alpha. Put the Cana International for information Alpha at time 2300 student. With 160 degrees
Alright, we have Alpha. I'll check it again when we get a little closer.
63, there's no ILS engine out of, there's only the RDAF. Take the RDAF. Just to specify that would be IRS.
I didn't hear what the active runway was, but I'll check it again.
Oh, I'm sorry, I heard you wrong. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, there's 18 present advised approach, and you'll be on.
And here we got Puerto Rico is the big island, obviously. San Juan. Up here on the northeast corner of the island. Crossing over the top of St. Thomas right now. I really love the islands. I love being in the islands. I love the Caribbean. Definitely one of my favorite places to be. Something's up with my auto throttles. Keeps messing up. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm just going to do the throttles manually. Keeps slowing me down.
Dew.23, change 1015, landing and departing runway 08, on-up approaches canoes, closest pyramid, runway 09 is closed, taxiway hotel is closed. Repack all hosts for instructions, advise you have information Alpha.
Say, alright, so
I
heard
for information Alpha.
hotel is closed. Did he say runway 9 is closed?
160 degrees at 0 Panda. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Sky conditions, 2 clouds at 2,000 feet. Temperature 26, dew.23. Change 1015. Landing and departing runway 08.
On up approaches, canoes. Closest to airman. Runway 09 is closed. Taxiway hotel, closed.
Okay, so runway 9er is closed and hotel is closed. So runway 9er is closed and taxiway hotel is closed. So we'll be landing runway 8. We'll exit on Alpha and take Alpha around to the... I don't know if we go to the VIP terminal or if we go to general aviation. That I am not sure of.
We'll be sending paying 10,000. Is that a flight level or the road transition?
Sorry, say that again, you cut off.
Is that 10,000 feet or flight level 100?
That'd be 10,000 feet.
Well, you're 10,000 feet, then what's the next phase, 730?
Yeah, I like that there better.
American 663, contact to approach 128.95. Sorry, 95, American 663 knots.
717, good evening, 7855, reduce flight level 370, coming up on Java.
Yeah, 855, someone said good evening, walk. Sure.
I should have pulled up the San Juan VR, but we're basically passing it now. So the next will be the VOR in Punta Cana. Yeah, we're only 19 miles to San Juan. MPNA Woman 2.7. I have that tuned. That's Punta Cana. Not picking that up yet.
Cana, Atlanta 731 Heavy, ready for descent.
Flight Delta 731, Roger, cross. We are at 9,101.
Alright, we have 150 miles to go.
Cross Punta at 9,000, QNX 1717.
Flying over San Juan right now. There's San Juan International below and behind us. Love flying the old west wind. Probably the only person on the network flying the west wind. I never see anyone else in it. And we got traffic opposite direction, flight level 290, no factor. Alright, so we know we're going to be landing runway 8. Let me see what approaches we got for runway 8. Oh, you got a VOR DME, a GPS, and an RNAV. And a VOR. No ILS at all at the airport. I'll just expect the GPS runway 9. So I got that loaded up. Maybe I want the RNAV. Let me think here. Let me look. Approach. Let me see what the RNAV for runway 8 looks like. Not sure if I like that. It is possible, but we'll see what the controller assigns us. If I get here in a little bit, maybe I'll do another leg to San Juan or something. See how the rest of the evening goes here. Gotta be just about 100 miles. 118 miles. Uh-oh, what happened? 10 miles an hour. Is it not online for a second? So I must have had a connection problem or something. I'm just gonna come back. There he is. Check that ATIS again.
Punta Cana International for information Alpha at time 2.
Still Alpha, no change. Good evening, Punta Cana, November 66, Lima X-rays with you, flight level 220.
Number 66, Lima X-ray. Taxi Domingo, ready contact, 20 miles, east of Antex, level 220.
What is the...
Disregard.
And 6 Lima X-ray, we would like lower though.
Number 662 X-ray descent to 10,000 with the Cana QNH 1015.
Alright, down to 1010,000 for 66 Lima X-ray, and we do have Alpha. Alright, descent in range, passenger briefing.
Alex 87, clear on up approach.
Cabin alerts are on, altimeter below 180 to get there.
Number 662 Max for after Antex turn, left heading 220 for descent.
Left turn 220, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, 220 on the heading. There's flight level 180. The altimeter, he did just say it to me, but QNH was 1015. Check. Alright, descent in range. All nav instruments are checked and set. We are picking it up finally. going to tune it on the number 1. I don't need anything on number 2.
American 56, flight
Flight instruments are checked.
Take on approach from Missouri.
10,000, we'll turn the landing lights on.
08, American 56.
Put the starter switches to continuous.
And American 56, reaching top of descent.
American 56, descent to 3,000 feet.
73,000, American 56.
Number 66, we actually turn heading 3-2, 6.5 approach from Missouri, descent to 3,000.
Okay, verify that was heading 320 for 66 Lima X-ray.
Next 87, contact power 18.8 today. Local power 18.8,
And Punta Cana 66 Lima X-ray, can you verify that was a heading of 320?
Hi, from one able to direct Navy for the RNAV approach.
Alright, direct, is that LIBAM for the RNAV runway 8 for 66 Lima X-ray?
Negative, so direct Navy with Alpha November Echo Bravo India.
Alpha November Bravo Echo India.
Good evening, Caribbean 457,
Clear runway 477, Central Lingo at a contact.
Why don't I have that?
Ready to read a contact, Caribbean 457.
Clear runway 477 after Ed Force flight away to Seattle.
Our 10,000 landing lights are on.
Roger, I'm the Edward.
Marker beacon is on. ATIS, we have Alpha, primary nav 8, set and identified. Glide slope. Oh, there's no ILS. Missed approach. Review. What is the missed approach here? Hurry up, hurry up. I don't want to slow down.
Number 66, we actually confirm descent to 3,000 feet.
Descend down to 3,000, 6 Lima X-ray. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Where the heck is it?
Number 66, we actually reduce speed to 220 now.
220 on the heading, 6 Lima X-ray.
Negative, so that's total speed. Speed 220 greater. Question over.
Okay, speed 220 for 6 Lima X-ray. We're slowing down.
American 56, maintain speed 220 or greater.
That was not clear to me what he was saying. Okay. hate this style of approach plates here. The missed approach is a climb on a heading of 087 and then a left climbing turn to Angel on a track 269, climb to 3000 and hold. So again, that's heading 087 left turn to Angel, track 269, climb to 3000 and hold. Approach reviewed. And then before landing checks. Gonna slow us down a little bit.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, good speed 180 knots.
6 Lima X-ray, we're slowing to 180. Step on the brakes a little here. Okay, leveling off at 3000.
American 56, TRF approach on Missouri.
Push it down, 08, break 56.
180. Speed checks, we'll put 10 degrees out.
Number 66 in extra traffic is at 11 o'clock, about 10 miles eastbound, 4737, 3,500 to 3,000.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray, we're looking for the traffic.
Number 66 in extra TRF approach on Missouri.
And 6 Lima X-ray, we're clear for the visual, runway 8.
Now I'm going to city cliff will be the RF approach in Missouri.
Okay, RNAV 08 for 66 Lima X-ray. Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you for some reason.
National Stability. American 56, maintain 180 knots to 5 PME. Contact on 1.8.
18.8 and 180 to 5, American 56, yeah, thanks.
Number 66 in X-ray, maintain 170 knots.
170 knots for 6 Lima X-ray. Alright, speed checks, we'll put 20 degrees out. And 6 Lima X-ray, we have the traffic in sight.
Number 66 in X-ray, roger.
Okay, airport's in sight.
Can I just call this 117? Land 26 verified squawking 4020. 4020 in the box, we'll do that session. 126, set the takeoff on the 7, wind 120 degrees, so 05 knots. Here's the takeoff on the 17, the Dominican. Number 616, actually contact tower 118, this is 8, go ahead.
Tower on 18.8, 6 Lima X-ray, good night. And Punta Cana Tower, 66 Lima X-rays with you, runway 8.
Number 66 Lima X-ray.
Speed checks, gear down.
Begin a tower with runway 09 to land. It's 1.0 degrees.
Runway 09, we're cleared to land, 6 Lima X-ray. Seemed to be confusion over what runway number it is. Is it 8 or is it 9?
Number 331, contact San Domingo on 1.
Alright, landing checklist. Speed checks, flaps full. Gears down, 3 green lights. We're cleared to land. Yaw damp is off, autopilot, auto throttle, and flight director. Auto throttle's off, autopilot's off.
Until FedEx 80.
Go ahead, FedEx 81.
So we have the Rover 7 departure. Is that out?
Yep, stand by, we're finalizing your plans. FedEx 87, I have your clearance from Vatsim.
FedEx 87 ready to copy.
Touchdown. Spoilers are deployed. Reversers are out.
Yeah, vectors control.
100 knots.
Alfredo, EDO. Upper Bravo 520 at ADCOS, flight plan group. Initial altitude 5,000 feet. On the departure, turn right heading 180 degrees. Expect level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.2, walk 4175.
Roger, FedEx 87, we are clear to Manly via radar vector disposal, PDO that is filed 5,000 feet, initial heading 180, departure 124.3, squawk 4175, 4175.
FedEx 87, be back correct. Information Bravo is current. Advise for expected.
Alright. Pumps are coming up, spoilers are retracted.
We are ready for pushing through.
November lead, correction, November 660 Lima X-ray, welcome to Punta Cana, taxi 2, suspicion, November 2, via Alpha.
Alright, we're going to parking via Alpha for 6 lane X-ray.
Nice, man.
Landing lights and strobe lights are off, marker beacons off, pumps are off. Pitot heat and de-ice are off. Spoilers are retracted, flaps are retracted. And we'll bring the APU up.
And tower, FedEx 87 Heavy, we are ready for push and start.
Alright, well that's my arrival into Punta Cana on this Light Up the Caribbean Friday Night Ops,
87 stands by.
February 16th. It was pretty decent Friday Night Ops. Thanks for coming along with me. I always appreciate the subscriptions and the views. Where am I parking here? I should have parked over there next to the King Air. Taxi lights are off. So as I was saying, thanks for coming along. Hope you like and subscribe. And until next time, happy landings. I'm just going to park right here next to the King Air. Alright, brakes are set, fuel cutoff 1 and 2, beacons off. Squawk standby.